Hi everybody, I am Murthy from Manepalli classes. In this class, I am going to explain you about the relative positions of circles. If two circles S equals 0 and S dash equals 0 are there in a plane, right, with their centers C1 and C2 and radii R1 and R2, and D is the distance between their centers. Let us see the two circles how they are positioned. Case 1. This is circle 1 S equal to 0. Another circle S dash equal to 0. The center C1, C2, radii R1, R2. And this is the distance between the centers D. D equal to C1, C2. Whenever D is greater than R1 plus R2, two circles are separated, right? They are separated totally. So here you can see in the diagram D is greater than R1 plus R2. In this case, we will say that two circles lie outside to each other. Coming to second case, S equal to 0 first circle, S dash equal to second circle, C1 and C2 are their centers, R1 and R2 are their radii, again this is D, D equal to C1, C2. Clearly here D is equal to R1 plus R2. So whenever D is equal to R1 plus R2, the circles touch externally. Two circles touch externally. Let us move on to the third case. Okay. This is circle 1 and this is circle 2. S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0. Their center C1, C2, right? And the radii R1, R2. This is the distance between the centers D, which is equal to C1, C2. Clear? Here D lies between modulus of R1 minus R2 and R1 plus R2. Okay? So whenever D lies between modulus of R1 minus R2 and R1 plus R2, the two circles overlap. That means they intersect each other. Two circles intersect each other. Let us have the fourth case. The first circle S equal to 0 and is the second circle S dash equal to 0. Right? This is the radius of first circle R1, center C1, radius R2 of circle with center C2. And you see this is D. Okay, D is equal to C1, C2. Right? Here you see D is equal to R1 minus R2 with modulus. Okay, because it is a distance, it is modulus of R1 minus R2. Whenever D is equal to modulus of R1 minus R2, right, here I can say one circle touches the other circle internally. One circle touches other circle internally. Let us have the last case. This first circle and this second circle. S equal to 0, S dash equal to 0. This is C1, this is C2, this is R1, this is R2, and this is the distance between the centers. Right? Here you see D is less than modulus of R1 minus R2. Whenever D is less than modulus of R1 minus R2, then we will have one circle completely lies inside the other circle. One circle completely lies inside the other circle. Okay. So students, these are the 5 positions of 2 circles, right? Hope that you followed. So here whenever we take S equal to 0 and S dash equal to 0, 2 circles with centers C1 and C2, R1 and R2 are the radii. If D is the distance between their centers C1 and C2, when D is greater than R1 plus R2, those 2 circles got separated, they lie one outside the other, right? One lies outside the other. And here you see whenever D is equal to R1 plus R2, they touch externally, right? Whenever D lies between modulus of R1 minus R2 and R1 plus R2, right, they intersect, they overlap. And if you see in the 4th case, whenever D is equal to modulus of R1 minus R2, the second circle is touching the first circle internally, right? Coming over to the 5th point, whenever D is less than modulus of R1 minus R2, here in this case, one circle lies completely inside the other circle. Okay? Hope you understood each and every point, all the 5 points, right? In the next video, I am going to explain you about the common tangents, right? Centers of similitude. Okay? You do like and subscribe, and you are going to get more such subject videos. Thank you.